my hotline bling.
Can we start off singing?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna sing.
20.
Okay, so the opening music is going to be them singing.
What?
You don't want
What
me
are
to
we
run the
gonna
thing?
sing?
No.
Victoria,
We're
you
going to
gotta
sing Christmas songs.
But you all got to
we're gonna
hush
sing
now.
Christmas
Everybody hush. Shh.
Hello?
5 seconds.
You didn't sing, I swear
4,
to God. Don't make me
3,
turn down there.
2.
Opening music!
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need,
and
I don't care about the presents.
Whoa, we are Journals Out Loud. I'm your lovely and captivating
Oh my
host,
God.
Louise Palanker, here with a panel of wise and wonderful teens. We grew out of the social network iOS app called Journals. You can download it for free in the iOS App Store, and we're all about solving all of your teen problems, issues, and questions and concerns. I want to know why you guys sang a Christmas song instead of a Thanksgiving song.
There are Thanksgiving songs?
Well, I mean, don't put Christmas in front of Thanksgiving, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Jewish.
I'm already celebrating.
It's on social media. I didn't make it up. No, but that was really good. You guys are good singers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my best
For next
work.
week, could you work up some
that was
harmonies?
totally my best work.
Thanks. No, it's really good. You'll hear from us. So we have a special guest in the studio. Please welcome, if you will, from the Wish Dish, Bryan Wish.
Yay!
Yep, there he is. Any handsome? Any handsome lady?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Any handsome? Any handsome? Yeah, he is handsome. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was so
What are
confused.
you
I was like, what are
saying?
you
Wait,
saying?
no, I should say it in English. Isn't he handsome?
There
Oh, I
you
thought
go.
you were like, do you want some ham, son? And I was like,
Isn't he Hanson?
Isn't
the band
he?
from the 90s?
They're not from the 90s. They're
Yes,
from
they are.
they're from the 90s through
are
today.
you a 90s kid?
Right, they're still...
Hello.
Yes, I am a 90s.
That
I'm a,
kid.
90s
I'm a big
show.
I'm a hand
1996.
I'm a Hanson nerd girl. Okay, so back off.
Are you really?
Oh
Hanson?
yeah. Yeah, it's all about
Bop,
Zach.
Chicka-dang-dop-doo-wop.
wait.
Now,
No, this is our first in studio guest, and he's so far away from me that I feel like I have to talk through all this equipment. Can you see me,
I
Brian?
can see you.
Reach out your hand. Okay. Yes.
We're so close.
All right. So tell us about the Wish Dish. If you go to right now, as you're listening to this, if you go to thewishdish.com,
Do it.
Brian, do it. What will people see when they get there?
People will see a gathering of stories, picture style, and kind of laid out in the blog. And it's people sharing on their life experiences, their vulnerabilities, their insecurities, accomplishments. So it's a lot of personal stories, and it's built kind of in hyper-local areas. It started in Athens in Georgia. So lots of stories to sift through and community sections, and it's great.
And are there comments? Like if you read a story and you're like, oh my God, something similar happened to me, can you then comment on it?
You can through Facebook
then you-
comments.
Okay. So you can post it out to Facebook and Twitter and the other social networks.
Yes.
Cool. So do you have a did you have a lot of stories that came in after the terrorist attacks in Paris?
You know, it was funny. We had a girl who wrote for us this summer, and she's in Paris studying abroad right now, and I went to school with her at Georgia, and she submitted a story on the attacks, what happened in her perspective, and how it was just terrible to see people lose their lives, and how she was in the buildings that were bombed. And she, her story was picked up by Fox 5 in Atlanta. And she was interviewed by the reporters there and was posted all over social media from our site. So that was a really neat experience to hear her perspective and see the virality of her story.
So is a mandate that the stories be first person, or can people write any type of story?
You know, most of the stories are first person, just by people saying, hey, this is who I am, and really giving perspective from their own eyes. We do allow some fiction or poem pieces. We're not here to limit self-expression, but we also want to keep the content consistent. So, the content is generally first person, but we're not going to put boundaries on what people can write either.
Does anyone on the panel have a question for Brian?
Well, that's interesting what you said about, like, I mean, the Paris attacks affected everybody in very interesting ways. And, like, it was obviously a tragedy. And, I mean, I want to hear more about this girl's perspective, actually, on the Paris attacks, just because I feel like, this is the episode where we would talk about that, since coming right off of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what exactly did she have to say about it, or like, do you remember?
So I think it was a very emotional time for her. I mean, she was over there in Paris in the heart of the city, and just talking about the effects of the people and the lives that were lost, her being over there at such a horrific time in history, She's talked about being in the buildings that were, there was harm done and explosions. She talked about just what an awful experience it was from her own eyes, but how, we have to come together and we have to, become better and fight through this, and how, we can't judge, people based off the color of their skin as well, So she brought in a lot of different perspectives and just her personal feelings about how she felt about the incidents. And it wasn't, the beauty of the story was it wasn't this, a Fox 5 or CNN who's spinning it in a way to craft it to get people to read it. It was true, it was pure, it was authentic from her own eyes. So that's what was really neat about it. The news channel picked it up, but she was able to give it a very authentic, viewpoint and articulate that with her thoughts and her words and structure paragraphs. So people could really feel, they could relate. And that's kind of the whole purpose of what we do.
And you can read that story by going to thewishdish.com. Lyric.
I just think that it's so great that this is a place where you can hear people's stories, because stories are so powerful. And, this hearing, I didn't get to actually read this story that the girl wrote, but I think that that's going to bring a lot of light to the world and seeing what really is happening there, because that's a firsthand experience of it. And that's really powerful that people can see the effect that it brings. I'm sorry, lost for words.
No, you're doing well. You're doing
but
very well.
yeah, just hearing it from a person, because you hear about it happening, but you don't often get to hear from a person.
Well, what Bryan was saying is that, whenever there's an event, a disaster, or any kind of incident that requires news coverage, the reporters go racing to the scene, and they're there after the thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's an earthquake or an attack, they're not there the moment it happens. And so the internet is bringing out these stories of people who were just going through their life when this happened. And it helps all of us cope to talk. And because it's I remember before the internet, if there was an earthquake, the first thing that you do is get some batteries in your radio, turn on your radio, and you'd hear the following. Yeah, it sounded like a freight train. They'd call up the radio station, and it sounded like everything sounds like a freight train, right? So, yeah, it felt like a freight train was coming through here, and you just need to hear the comforting voice of other people that experienced the same thing that you experienced. So, as compelling as it is to us, for us to read the story of a girl who was in Paris, it's probably 100 times more comforting for other people in Paris to read other people's stories and to say it's we're all holding hands and saying, we're stronger than any of this evil. Good is way more powerful, and it will always, goodwill. The only way that you can fight darkness is by shining a light. Brady.
I just wonder if, as you said, the news has evolved now. We get our news from all sorts of different sources, and a lot of that comes from social media now. Facebook has an entire news thing on the sidebar where you could, click it, go to the stories, see how people are commenting and things like that. And I just wonder, what's your take on social media? Because that's the business that you become involved in, right?
It's social media and news are blending.
Yeah.
That's your point? Yeah.
And I just wonder, what's your perspective on, the way we're, taking in this information now and using social media?
I think with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, these are all great mediums to put your voice out there. I think, though, it's a little dry, though. It doesn't have much substance to it. So, we're kind of, I think, building more of an antithesis of what's out there, and doing it through, stories with substance and meaning, and giving people, true voices, not just a place to vent. To your side about almost becoming news, We've talked about as a team back home about becoming a kind of authentic source for newsworthy content. So, giving people voices, but also building relationships with news networks and reporters, and so they can pick up stories on their site that are told authentically. Because when you do read the news, or even go watch the news on 10 o'clock at night, you don't hear a lot of positive things. And so if we can give a positive spin and a positive light to things that are going around us, even if they're negative, I think we could really have a big impact. And then if we can take that a step further and start connecting these people together who start to say, I'm not alone, then how do we connect people on our site together? But I think social media is great. I think it can be done a lot better, and I think we're taking a step to get there, but we have a long way to go.
Lyric.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing, I've always felt that news is so negative, and you know, I mean, you hear about Ebola and you don't hear about, oh, there's like all these, I mean, rarely you hear about good things that have happened, and I think that it's so great that you're trying to bring that light to the world, because we really need that.
There are people that were on the ground curing Ebola, so that
Exactly.
Ebola did not
Yeah,
become
yeah.
a bigger story. And my nephew Zach was one of those people, and he was telling a story like when he had a moment, he'd go on Facebook and he would tell his story. It'd be great if he put those stories up on, because you know he was on the ground helping the people put together their own solution for that problem, because nobody cared about it more than the people who lived there, and it was their immediate problem. They accepted all the help from around the world, and it's the reason you don't see Ebola in the news today, is because they got a handle on it. And there's 100 million stories. I was reading your story specifically about what compelled you to create this site, and one of the statements that you made was everyone has a story, and I would want to amend that by saying everyone has thousands of stories.
Yep.
We're not each just one story, and you're thousands of stories, and you told one of them in your why do we exist, I think is the name of the section. When you go to thewishdish.com and you want to find out about Bryan and why he created the site, he tells his own story. And can you give us like a little thumbnail of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, growing up, I got a lot involved in athletics and even schoolwork. I really wanted to go to a good college, and so I tried to really work hard in growing up and in different things I was involved with. I always seemed that these experiences, I felt just a little bit short of what everyone else was exceeding at. And so when I got to college, it really just kind of pushed me to kind of over excel. So when I got into UGA, University of Georgia, I made it kind of my mark to get on top of the world and prove all the people wrong who doubted me. So this is where I really developed a big work ethic and started to take on all these jobs in sports and just with the school. So at one point I was working 3 different jobs, honestly, for no reason. It just felt like it was what I was supposed to be doing. I got to my junior year of college, and I really hit a low point, probably for about 6 months. And I started questioning everything I was doing. I started questioning why I was doing it. And so I really took a really introspective look at my life, because of a depression-like symptoms that were really kind of coming on strong, and I couldn't make sense of them. I got through that period with writing. Writing was my release, was my cathartic outlet to say, understand who I was, understand why I was working so hard, understand really who I wanted to be. So when I got to college, when I was a senior, so fall of 2014 for my senior year, I said, I really want to share what I learned with my school. I want to share, with my close friends. I just didn't feel like I had a platform to stand on to actually do it. But I thought they were important learning lessons because I had come so far as a person in a 6-month span. So I started getting people to share stories with me. We put it on a small blog called Influence, and the whole idea was to influence other people for the better. Built this blog up. My roommate says, hey, you should start a website. And Wish Dish was born, and we launched it last January, about 10 months ago. So it didn't just happen out of thin air. I didn't wake up out of bed and say, hey, let's just start a website where people share stories. It started out of a personal story and stories of mine where I was not always the best and fell flat on my face and used writing to get out, and then boom. So, if you asked me 5 months or 10 months ago if I'd be doing this full time, I'd tell you you're crazy. But I found so much passion, and I've seen the impact we made in such a short time, and I want to see where it can go.
I love that. And one of your mottos in your story is that you set out trying to prove them wrong, which your friend Nina, who's in the studio, has a big hit single called "Prove Them Wrong." But which you can download on iTunes. Nina Policelli.
No, it's a good plug.
Not anymore. Oh, anyway. The point is this. What you realized is you don't really actually have to prove anyone wrong because they're not all that interested in us. You have to prove yourself wrong.
Right.
I was wrong when I doubted myself. Like, that's who you need to... Do I have that correct?
Absolutely. I mean, when you live to prove other people wrong and to live this lifestyle that you want to portray, I think it's a very negative effect. So to your point, don't live to prove other people wrong, which is what I learned the hard way for about 3 years.
Yeah, they're not paying that much close attention to our little failures. People are kind of interested in themselves.
Absolutely.
And so try to prove other people right. That would be more affirmative than trying to prove than like waiting to prove someone else wrong. So are you ready to jump in and help us solve some other problem? Oh, you have a point?
Space Ghost gets a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Happy birthday.
Woo, yeah, happy
Great.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Space Ghost.
Happy birthday.
And if you're
Yay.
listening, Space Ghost, give us a call at 888-531-7171.
Yes, we love calls.
And Victoria's here with us tonight. Are you falling out of your
No,
out of your spacesuit?
Space Ghost is the name of the ghost in space that we talk to.
It's behind you.
Yeah.
It's a literal
I think
ghost
Lyric dropped her water.
in space.
It's in space. So,
Hola,
but
¿cómo
no, it's not because yay gravity. All right, so
God, Lyric.
now we're going to read a question from Lexi. How do I flirt? Give examples, please. And it was like, I got this question. I was just like, well, this isn't video chat, so, and I don't know you. But now that we're on video, who wants to give an example of, you're a good flirt, Josh, right?
Josh!
Flirting it up, getting your flirt on. No, I mean, it's such, that's like, there's books
He's
on
like,
this. It's not
Let me
like you
just
you
blast
can't
real quick.
answer this question in like one paragraph. There's like a
No, this
Well,
is
no,
a great
it's
question.
like
I
a
love
couple
this
words.
question.
You answer
Okay,
like
then
just,
go ahead.
just be yourself. Like that's
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's the basic answer.
Okay, Lyric.
Okay, so this is so relevant because at school we have the social skills class, whatever it is. It's like a
They
social
teach
science
you how to
class.
flirt?
Yeah. No, actually,
That's what it seems like you're
it
about
actually
to say.
that is literally we watched this video and it was about the science of flirting or whatever, and I was like, this was just yesterday.
Wow.
So this
They're
is
teaching-
so amazing. No, they're
grade
not
are
trying
you
to teach us how to flirt, but they were basically like, there's a certain signal that people give off when they're flirting, and then like they at the end. So basically, it was like, girls will like go like, like definitely use their hair,
Right.
and then like blink a lot,
Right.
and it's just like something you don't consciously do, and then guys will just kind of like be looking at the girl if she is like walking away or whatever, like there kind of is always a tension.
High beams.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
a guy stares at you for more than 3 seconds, he's into you.
All right, so here's
Well,
my
what
question.
if
Wait,
he's
wait, wait,
gay?
wait. I have a question.
No.
I have a question.
Well,
I have a
then
question.
it's
I have a
not.
question. Don't you just flirt by accident if you like the person?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
do you really
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
learn
think
it?
you need to
No.
learn. Just be you.
maybe you just haven't liked
Girl,
anybody yet.
do you, girl? Do you?
I have a
do you,
patented
boo.
way.
Okay, Brady's
To flirt.
patented flirtingtechnique.com.
Oh, wow.
Brady
Reach.
Glasser.
Okay, so
Man chat.
this is men should be listening
Okay.
because women really respond to this.
Wow.
Wow.
This
It's
is
true.
Brady's
It's
technique,
true.
the Brady
It's true.
technique.
Patented.
So basically, and you want to catch her off guard because surprise.
Oh my god.
The element of surprise
Just
is
stick out a foot and trip her.
no.
Get her.
Hey, that's how
Hey.
you get them all the time.
Yeah.
If do you want to hear my advice?
I do, Graham. Sorry, Brady.
All
go.
right, all right. So when she's probably in class or something, just reach over and give her a little pat on the back. What? On the back of the knee.
No.
Just one pat.
Wow.
Just one pat.
I
on
would
the
be
back of the
sending
knee.
you
She
to the
knows.
office.
She knows forever
You
that you're
can't
into
do
her.
that to your
and-
teacher.
No, that's
I would send you to
teachers,
the office.
everybody responds. Everybody responds to this, and this is 100%
Oh my God,
proven
Brady.
working technique. Just a little pat on the back of the knee. Let her know that you're into her.
Brady, that's way
you wanna get
creeper.
punished.
If you
not
patted
creeper.
me on
It
the
is.
knee, I would never talk to
I
you
would
again.
love if you don't feel comfortable touching your skin to another person.
All right, ladies,
But-
let's
Just
say.
Brady, hey,
all right,
Brady.
ladies, let's say you don't know Brady,
Works
but, you,
every time.
but he has science with you,
Yeah.
and you don't know him, and one day you feel his hand groping the
No,
back.
no. It's not a grope. It's a pat. It's a tiny little pat.
No, it's like this. This is it. That's what you just
Yes.
do. You go.
And it works, doesn't it?
Catch and release.
You haven't tried it on me.
Of course not.
Yeah,
I'm
that would be
19.
creepy.
I'm
All right, Victoria.
you're 19
You're
now.
just a typical 15-year-old girl going to school in Los Angeles.
didn't know
Some
that.
boy
Living
taps
LA
the back of your knee. Are you good or are you not?
No, I would kick them.
Okay.
Oh.
I
That's the response, though.
I think
That's
that's
the
safe.
response.
Oh, can I just say, like,
Yes.
please don't listen to Brady's advice? No,
Don't.
don't
Listen.
do that.
Listen to
Like,
my
just-
advice.
You know what? Okay.
Is
as
what
the
I'm
oldest
saying.
member on
Brady-
the panel, don't listen to his advice.
Oh, wait.
Wow,
How old are
yay,
you?
Josh.
Oh, Josh
Okay.
is like
21.
22.
All right, so here's what I want to
Josh,
say.
you're like 20. You're
Like
not even
this is
20
like
yet.
these are things that you would do naturally, but you might not do it if you're scared. Okay, if he says something funny or if she says something funny while you're laughing, just grab her arm for a moment and then let go.
What?
Just
no.
like oh my god, you're so funny, and then like just
like
establish
with a tight grip?
no, just like or like it can be like
Snatch
it can
him
be
up.
like that. But I mean, just to establish some physical content over laughter is a bonding.
Right, you need to remind
Oh
them
my God, you're
who's
so
dominant.
funny.
Stop. That's
This is
rude.
flirting.
Let's see if Bryan Wish from the Wish Dish has any flirting advice for us.
Yes.
Brian, is the back of the knee technique sound?
I mean,
I've always.
Wait. Brian is touching the back of your knee right now.
No, no. Why would you say that? That's very
'Cause
awkward.
it's funny.
That's very awkward.
Because it's really funny.
No,
She's
it's
a
not. It's
comedian.
awkward.
How do you feel?
She's a comedian.
I'm a comedian too. Brian,
you know,
flipping over to
the
you.
back of the leg is not something I've ever tried, but I mean, I'd be
intimate.
open to it, right? You know,
it's a way to let them know that you have feelings for them.
Why the back of the
Very
leg? Why not
special.
like?
What?
Why not the
'Cause
shoulder?
the back of the leg is a pressure point.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I've had nightmares about that for years.
No. It's proven. They do this. They do this in kung fu to
seduce-
incapacitate.
to
You're
seduce
not
the
trying to
partner.
wrestle the girl to the ground.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a little pat on the back of the knee gets you in.
All right, so I think we've decided that we're not gonna listen to Brady.
Wait, is there a camera on Josh right now? Because he's saying so much with his face.
It's the truth.
I'm so glad we
don't-
put this question
Look,
in.
my
Thank
dad
you.
taught this to me when I was a
What?
kid. I'm gonna
Oh.
teach my kids this
Oh
technique.
my God.
It's
Oh,
true.
Wow.
Ask your
All right.
mom.
And you're
I just
planning
wanna
to have
say-
kids
That
with this
worked.
person that you've touched the back of their knee?
I would imagine.
Well, it
that's
worked
how
for
it
his
goes.
dad,
So that's how
apparently.
you're gonna like have met your
That's
wife. Just
how
be
to
like,
let them know that you're into them.
Well, it worked for
Everything
his
that
dad,
comes after
apparently,
that.
so.
yeah.
All right, I think we
Well,
can.
he taught me.
Anyway.
Just go back to lyrics hair toss, please. Thank
Put
you.
that in slow mo, please.
All right, Anonymous writes, so there's this guy that I'm into and he's into me. We text and FaceTime almost every day, but we never see each other in person. I get the feeling he doesn't even want to see me. He puts no effort into trying to see me during school, and whenever we make plans, he bails last minute. I want to confront him about it, but I feel like it'd be weird. Any advice on what I should do and how I can maybe get this to work? So what would be a guy's reasons? I'm going to throw to the guys first. For acting like you're into a girl when you're FaceTiming, but then like not wanting to meet her in person. Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh.
Has he like said to her that he's into her?
Yeah,
like
'cause
you could
she's
just
saying-
be not be like sometimes you're just being nice and it might come out.
I'm
wrong.
assuming that he
Oh.
said it, or she wouldn't be saying he's into me. Like she seems to know that he's into her.
Then maybe he's just not ready to like take things.
One
in
thing
for
I
him.
remember about the first time I read this question is that he's a sophomore, she's a freshman. So I was thinking maybe he wasn't
Oh.
ready to be seen with a freshman.
that yeah.
That's a really dumb concern. When
Is
you're-
it? Is it?
Yeah,
Even
I
if you're
think
like
that
15 and she's
sophomore
14.
freshman is fine.
I think so too. So I'm not sure what happened.
Wait.
I know
Sophomores,
what-
which one?
Sophomore and freshman.
Oh yeah, a sophomore would be like
I just don't know the name.
Bryan Wish has put his hand up. Should
I'm
we
in
go-
ninth grade. I just know
Yeah.
freshman.
Toss to
Yeah,
Brian.
it's like
Senior.
16, 15. Like those are the age differences. Brian.
you know, I think some guys just like to know that a girl's there, so it's like his way of keeping her at
Mhm.
bay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, maybe he's working on a few other girls, and he's just like, well, she's always gonna be there. So
He's
And
keeping like a
Brian's
lot
a
of girls
realist.
on a low boil.
right,
Front
That
burner,
bounce
back
out.
burner.
He's
Right.
keeping her at bay, but he's not
gonna
making
keep
her
it.
the bay.
right.
Oh!
Brian, pound it.
Did you hear that one?
It's been there for about
I
a minute.
like it. That was good. All right, so what should she do? Anyway, so let's get straight to the advice. Any advice on how she can maybe get this to work? Because she's like into the guy. Brady?
Give him an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Say that no more video chatting until we meet. Because if you want any of this, then you gotta get serious.
Right. Victoria?
Or you can ask him why he's
Don't do that.
failing.
Mixed
Or
messages.
like don't like say why are you
Putting him
failing?
on the spot.
Just like like so when are we gonna actually meet each other?
I think
Like-
she's been doing that. She's like trying
True,
to hold his
but-
thing
Okay.
to the flames a little bit, but she's like, she likes him, so she doesn't want to make an ultimatum. But I think she should just be too busy for him and let him make more of the effort. She's the one making all of the effort. Go ahead, Josh.
I would avoid asking questions. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to disagree with you because it's just going to cause him to like back away even further. Give the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Just say like, this isn't working for me. It's not that fun. I don't really need a pen pal. So
You're
I'll
ma-
see you when you're ready to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, call him a pen pal. That'll really... that's gonna devastate him.
yeah. What something weird just happened?
Uh-oh. No, I think you're fine. I think.
Wait, no, I can only hear. I don't.
It's
wanna
Brian's
hear.
fault.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Oh, man.
Okay. So but I think I agree with them.
okay. So I'll just say this isn't working for me and walk
No,
away.
yeah. I think like just Because if he's not putting in that effort, like, you don't need to put in that
Slowly
effort.
back away from your front-facing
think-
camera.
These are having a problem.
What do you think?
Okay, then tell Matt her headphones are having a problem.
I can't hear anymore.
Can you hear anything?
Like, not barely.
Just roll with it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can hear your voice.
If we have a phone
As
call,
long as
then
you stay
that'll
close
be
to
a
the mic,
problem.
you're
But
good.
otherwise,
And-
just go with it.
Brady.
Oh.
I think that for a situation like this, I mean, like, this guy is obviously just like, ha ha ha, we're video chatting, we're flirting, whatever, but it's not getting too serious, I mean, if she doesn't want a serious relationship, then I don't know, keep talking to him, I guess, if you enjoy talking to him, right? But
like-
if she wants something from him, he's not the guy that's going to give it
Right,
to her.
she has to ask for what she needs. If her needs are not being met, back slowly away from your front-facing camera. And
Absolutely.
go do the
Move
rest
the
of your
country.
life. Yeah. Anonymous
Move to
writes,
police.
I think I have generalized anxiety disorder. What? She seems to really have a handle on her diagnosis. I have taken a lot of tests on. See, don't you hate this? All right, back
This
slowly away
question-
from your computer. I have taken a lot of tests online, and my chances of having it were either mild, moderate, or high. Yeah.
So, like, which one is it?
Based on this, you also have eczema.
Oh.
I want to.
Let's not be too mean to this girl.
No, I just mean, like, you don't. If you're unhappy, then you're unhappy. But you don't have to diagnose yourself online.
agree.
You can,
I
if you're
think-
unhappy, go see someone who can
Exactly.
explain what you
Too
have.
much pizza.
I want to ask my mom about it, but I'm afraid I'm just stressing out. I definitely worry a lot, usually to the point where I cry about it if things
Oh.
are really piling up on me, and I'm really scared. Should I tell my mom about this? Of course, you should.
Can I say something?
Yes, because it makes me sad that she has to wonder if she can tell her mom. Like, go ahead, Mayor.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want help, first of all, you can't get a real diagnosis online, no matter what
Yep.
anyone says, because that's not. There's sometimes okay, maybe you don't have this symptom, but you have this one that's not on this, which makes you a separate. I have anxiety. I think I have I don't know. But I actually got tests, and like, it's helped me so much to be getting help, because if you're not telling anyone, you're never going to get better. There's no way.
Yeah.
And the thing to remember when you're really young and you think that, I'm this way and everyone else looks so confident. No, they're not. And this is way more common than you ever even know. It's just that most people, they walk through the world going, I can't let anyone know, that I'm scared or I'm nervous or I'm shy or blah blah blah. Everyone's everything. And honestly, there's a world out there of people who want to help you. They can they look at a kid. If a kid looks fine, they don't do anything. They can only help you if you tell them you need help. Lyric.
And also, if you were this bad, I'm guessing your mom or parent may see this. I'm hoping that they'll have seen that you're having this reaction and anxiety and want to do something. So
Can I also say, P.S., you probably inherited it from them.
yeah, exactly.
And they're like, wow, she should probably be more anxious since she's my kid. I wonder why she isn't. Brian?
Oh, I'd say get some help. I'd say express
For
it,
sure.
let it out. I mean, and it kind of teaches you down the road that it's okay to open up about things. If you internalize things at a young age, it might stick with you. So
Yeah.
you
That's
see
a
that
good
a lot.
point.
Yeah, that's a really
Wish
good point.
dish.
Where's Jay?
That's your
welcome.
that's your soundbite.
Give us a call,
Ryan.
please.
Appreciate
888-531-7171. If you are
Yes.
watching us online at the YouTube, which is a thing that they have online, you can click the subscribe button and you will be
Have you heard about this new toy on the internet? It's called
It's
YouTube.
YouTube.
That has a moving
YouTube.
pictures.
Can you believe it?
Millions of viewers.
It's true, Madge. All right.
Madge.
Legit Z writes, my older brother has a girlfriend. He's always talking about her, always with her, always says nice things to her and says I love you to her. He never says any of that to me. All he does is talk mean to me. I admit I'm jealous of her. I mean, what little
Oh.
sister isn't jealous of how her older brother pays attention to his girlfriend? What should I do? And then in parentheses, Jenny, wrote, if it makes it less creepy, they are step siblings.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't really think
I-
it makes it
creepy.
less or more
I
creepy
don't think
because
so.
if you have a big brother, like you idolize him, and if he's being that person to his girlfriend that you've never seen him be to you, like that's going to make any sister jealous. Even a little brother is going to be jealous of a girlfriend or a boyfriend
Yeah.
because it's like, wait a minute, you actually have the capacity to be nice and you've chosen not to be nice to me? Like, ouch. Brady.
You got to make a power play, and I'm talking about like Home Alone style contraptions are in the house to embarrass this
Trip
girl.
him. Yep.
Yeah,
Embarrass the
You
Just
got-
like
Not the brother, the girl.
Gotta grab him by the back of the
girlfriend.
thigh.
No. It's not what I'm
Like,
talking about.
okay,
And it's
wait.
a pat. It's not a grab.
Okay.
No, it's now. It's like you
I'm
gotta
talking-
shake it a little bit like this.
Like Nickelodeon slimed this girl. In
No, not
public.
the girlfriend.
Yes, the girlfriend. If she really wants his.
Oh my
Oh
god!
Because
my
hey, hold on.
BradyGlasser.com.
Let me explain.
All right.
Explain. This girlfriend, you cannot compete.
Girlfriend.
You cannot compete as a little sibling. You're losing your brother for years as long as this girl is around. That's what I'm saying.
Can I say this
Oh my
about that before I
God.
throw to Victoria? Siblings are forever.
Yeah.
Girlfriends and wives, P.S.
But you're going to be losing precious
Exactly.
years.
They come and go, but it just happens. And he the reason he's mean to you is he knows you're forever. He knows you're not going anywhere. He gets to
Well,
be
that's
mean
true.
to you and have you still be his sister. But he has to be nice to this girlfriend because she's not related to him that we know of. Victoria.
We're not trying to get rid of the girlfriend.
Yeah, thank
I
you,
don't-
Victoria.
I-
We're trying to make it.
She would be happy with that
Equally.
solution.
No.
She would be happy if they broke up.
up.
I think they. I think.
She wants her brother to be happy.
Yes.
So the girlfriend has to stay.
Long term, she's not happy when her brother moves in with
Yes,
her.
that is such a good point.
Right.
And also, like, I don't think that she's saying I don't want the girlfriend. That may be true, but I think she just wants her brother to be nice to her, and like she wants to feel like he loves her, not romantically. Because,
Well, yes.
but like just like
Attention,
nice.
just some
Yeah,
nice
exactly,
attention.
because
Yeah.
like she deserves that, and I mean they have to live together.
Victoria.
And also, it depends on how she's treating him. Sometimes siblings, like,
Oh yeah, it
And-
just escalates out of control if they're
Yeah.
both being. They have a habit of being mean.
exactly.
Yeah.
So be nice to him first, I guess you can say. Like, kill him with kindness.
That's great advice.
For sure, yeah.
Don't actually kill him, but
Just be kind.
just be
Be,
kind.
be
Yeah.
nice. Be nice.
Brady.
I have a solution that does not involve getting rid of the girlfriend.
It's good.
Oh wow, you're
I-
maturing.
This is like
it's-
so.
well,
this is the first
you know,
step.
I've learned a
Brady.
lot on this
I'm
show.
proud.
So why don't just they can stay together, right?
okay.
Brother and girlfriend.
Okay.
You just
but
leave.
but she has
Such
to.
a Brady
They have
answer.
to. The couple has to take the little sister on all their dates.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
But I think she could just say it like in a joking way to him, like, "All right, I've seen you be nice. Now I know that it's like
Now you
in
better be
your-
nice to
in
me."
your capacity. So if I'm nice to you, it's just like you can like turn it into kind of a jokey thing. But now, as the older you get, like anyone who has like siblings that are close to their age, they know that like all of a sudden at like 18 or 20, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm choosing to hang out with this person.
Yeah.
But it usually doesn't happen like at 16. It's not happening
Well,
yet.
because your interests converge over time.
Yeah.
Because you're like you are like blood.
You become-
Though these people are not blood.
Yeah, they're
by
not
the
but
way.
still, but they could be
Which-
like Brady Bunch blood, like
Hey-o.
That's my name.
oh yeah,
Funny.
oh yeah. I bet you never get that.
I never get that at all. Wow, there's a show called The
You're
Brady Bunch.
original. You're so original.
Yeah.
888-531-7171.
Come on, guys.
Please call
Give us
us.
a call if you are in
We're
a step
desperate.
family. We want to hear from you, step siblings. How do you get attention?
Yes. Come on, guys.
Archie writes either. Oh, and this is the disclaimer from Jenny, who put the questions together. Either everyone is a lesbian or the girlfriend is bisexual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just answer the question.
Is
Okay.
this Archie from Archie Comics?
Yes, it's the exact same one.
Yes.
Or it's Archie Bunker from. All right, my
That's
girlfriend.
a great reference.
I know,
for
right?
teens.
Like, because he writes in for advice a lot. Archie Bunker has a lot of issues. Okay, my girlfriend is having a girl stay over at her house tonight, and I'm not coping with it. My girlfriend had her ex stay over 4 months into our relationship and kissed her, but maybe I'm just really possessive. I just can't stand the fact that we are long distance and I miss her, yet she is having a great night with somebody else. Am I horrible, or do I have a reason to feel hurt? My girlfriend is well aware of how I feel, but continues to do this.
I'm like kind of confused.
I'm like, let's assume that it's a girl who's a lesbian,
Okay.
and then her girlfriend is having another girl stay over, but they're in a long distance relationship. So I don't
Okay.
think she gets to have another. Josh?
Well, my first thing is you can't control anybody else.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's going to continue on, like being or having someone stay over when you're in a long distance relationship, you're either gonna have to become fine with it or realize that you're never going to be that way and separate.
You just say this isn't working for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's long distance, so it's like you know, not that you ever have any control, but you have less of no control when you're long distance because you can't even like give the person a hug and say, "Oh, this hurts. I mean, I'm gonna be here and you're gonna be there making s'mores, and it makes me sad."
Yeah.
Brady's hand was up first,
Yeah,
and
I
then throw out a lyric.
Okay, so if these are teens, stop the long distance thing. It's not
I
going to
know.
work.
I don't recommend it for teens.
It's not
at
going to
all.
work.
Yeah. But yeah.
I also want to toss it over to Bryan Wish with the Wish Dish.
.com.
Some advice.
Bomb.
.com.
That was
Go ahead,
the
Wish Dish.
soundbite.
You know, if I'm the guy,
Great.
if I'm the guy in this situation, I probably just end it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably just step away from it, then I don't have to worry about it. Cause I'd probably like overanalyze it and think about it and what's she doing behind my back and she kissing another girl, you know.
Yeah, it
So-
hurts.
Right. So
I mean, she can hang out with another girl during the day. Right?
during the day.
Right. Or like until 9.
Yeah, you have a 9 o'clock curfew. You cannot be with them.
Telephone.
Nina, the phone's ringing.
Thank you.
Yeah, pick it up. Or
Get
Nina-
that phone.
Oh my God.
You used to call me on my
Cell
cell phone.
phone.
Hey, can we
Late night when you need
Can we put the camera
my
on Nina and
love.
Sam?
Call me on my cell phone.
Oh, were you guys asking? Are we going to go to the phone call?
My love.
I don't know
And
what happened. They
in
just
the
started singing.
heartland,
Trish, they just started singing.
I can only mean one thing. Oh, that was
Oh my
like
God.
so off.
Do we have a phone call,
It
Aaron?
went on for so long.
Oh, okay.
Come
Let's
on,
see.
Joshy.
Hey, guys, let's see who's on the phone. Come on. Hello. Hi, who's calling?
Hi.
Journals.
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost!
Okay,
We have a
3,
message for you.
2, 1. Happy birthday to
Your
you.
birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear.
Space
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the
Ghost.
lyrics.
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Wow.
Now, like when I go to sing the harmony, someone has to sing the lead, or it doesn't work.
Me.
Thank you. Space Ghost, are you having a good birthday?
It was okay.
Did something
Aw.
fall on me?
Aww.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Well, we will
Don't
make
worry.
it better.
Was it okay until we sang? Was that what happened?
No.
The singing was
Um,
okay then. Are you
The only
turning eight?
problem with my birthday. Oh.
What, honey? Say that again.
The only problem with my birthday is my mom basically forgot about it.
Wow, like in 16 Candles.
God.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
It was my
Oh,
16th
yeah,
birthday
yeah.
too.
Watch. It's going to be all a big prank. You're going to walk into your room, ready to go to bed, and she's going to be in there with a cake.
We're giving you a big virtual hug right now for your birthday. Are you turning 18?
I turned 18. My birthday was Sunday.
Yay! So now you're an adult.
Yeah.
Welcome to adulthood. It
You can
gets
vote.
better from here. Yes, cast
Bernie
your
Sanders.
ballot. You can. So, do you have anything to ask or say about any of the questions or about your own life?
With the question is, when you sign up for a long distance relationship, you basically have to trust each other like completely. And if there's something that you feel is wrong, it probably is wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Josh is doing the church testify movement, which
Eh,
goes a little
raise
bit
the
like
roof.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah, it is absolutely true.
True.
You can't control it other than that. Yes, Brady.
I think that there's a point in a relationship, as soon as you start wanting to break up with the person, you have to do it. Because
Yeah.
you'll start to, as soon as that thought comes into your head, it's never going to
That's
go
so true.
away, and it's just going to get stronger. So you got to do it.
I agree for one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm
I mean,
giving
who
joke
wouldn't?
advice, Lyric. It's a radio show.
Boom.
That
Ow.
was a nice
Brady,
Roasted.
Brady just flirted with himself. He grabbed himself
True.
on the
I
back
love
of the thumb.
Brady's just like,
Thank you so much for calling, Space
yes,
Ghost. Happy
thank
birthday.
you.
We
Happy
love
birthday.
you.
We love you.
Such wisdom.
Thank you.
Anonymous writes, I've been having problems with my boyfriend lately. We haven't been talking much, and when I try to talk to him, he tells me to. Oh, so Jake gets mad when I say F instead of the actual word. But I'm still not going to say the word. Sorry, Jake.
tells me to.
Tells me to F off. I tell him not to swear, and he argues with me. Is there a way to stop him swearing? How can I get him back to the way he was?
And then in parentheses,
and then-
is the swearing really the issue?
Yeah, and Jenny
here?
wrote, "Is the swearing really the issue?" There's so much going on in this one little question. I'm going to start with Victoria.
Okay, so a lot of times people just swear because that's what their friends do, and their friends do it because that's what their friends do, and it just,
But why would you swear to your girlfriend? That's so
I don't
rude.
think he's actually meaning it. Like,
he is. If he's selling, he's
no,
selling,
like
he's
people,
saying something
people
off.
People use
I don't know if
swear
they're
words
dating.
loosely. People use it really loosely.
Boyfriend. No, but you should never. If you say to me, "Hey, Wheezy, do you have any sugar?" I should never say "F off, Victoria." Ever, ever.
And you guys aren't even dating.
No. Do you understand? That's just rude.
I know
It's
it is, but he
disrespectful.
might not think that.
Cursing
so
needs to be off
No,
the table.
he
okay.
made.
All right, pass it
and then-
along.
yeah.
Josh, and we'll go around.
I really don't. Or does Josh want to go?
Yeah, Josh, and then
Go
we'll
ahead,
go around.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, based off your question, this person isn't your boyfriend. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like you might be in a relationship,
Yeah.
or you're the only one putting effort into it. If you're calling him and he's telling you immediately to off, then
Not okay.
that's not okay.
Why?
And honestly, why would you want to talk to him anyway? Like, that's not something you should be putting
I mean,
yourself
I
into.
understand what Victoria's saying, that if that's the world that he comes from, where people use curse words, but he needs to grow up out of that and be more civil, lyric.
Yeah, and then I'll pass to Victoria.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like this is not something that he was doing before, though, because now I think this.
How
is
do
a
I get
girl-
him back to the way he was?
Yeah, exactly.
Cattle prod.
So, I mean, this is something that has occurred because, not to like go against what you're saying, but like it's not like he's always been cussing like this. And just saying that disrespectful of a thing, like that just is not a way to treat anyone. You don't even want to treat anyone that way, Victoria, yeah.
And gosh, I kind of forgot what I was gonna
That's
say.
okay.
Hold on.
Might come back to you while Josh talks. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Josh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw to him and then go back to. Well, I agree with what she's saying, but from based off what this person said is that they haven't been talking, and every time she tries to talk to him, his immediate response is "f off."
Yeah.
Like that's not like they're having conversation and out of nowhere he's swearing, which he shouldn't be doing in the first place. Is every time she tries to talk to him, his response is "f off."
And like to Victoria's point, like if he said, "I've just been so effing busy," like that's another way of swearing. But the way he swore was directly at her, and it wasn't an explanation of why he hasn't been talking to her, Victoria.
Oh.
It can also be that something's going on. She may not see it, but there's something that's wrong going on, and he's just very frustrated. Or, like, there's a misunderstanding between them, and she doesn't know of the misunderstanding. He's the only one who knows.
All of that could be true, but the fact that he ever said that is such a red flag to me, that he has real serious anger issues. Brady?
I saw an episode of That 70s Show once.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how it always starts.
So Red, the father of Ashton Kutcher's character, I believe, right? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Red catches Ashton Kutcher smoking, right?
Sure.
And the solution that he uses is to make him smoke the whole pack of cigarettes.
Sure.
I think that you can apply the same thing to swearing. Do you see where I'm going with this?
No, am I being
Can you,
punked?
like,
I say you make him smoke a whole pack of cigarettes until he stops swearing.
Wait, so can you translate that into...
Just keep buying him cigarettes. Make him smoke. Make sure he does it. Watch him. I don't know if you have any sort of like
We
a
don't
spray
need more
bottle.
lung
You can't-
cancer.
Brady.
Oh, that will help him to stop
Brady.
Oh,
talking.
Brian
Wish.
Bryan Wish with
That's a good idea.
the
He has a good idea.
wish dish.
TheWishDish.com. Go.
There you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think girls like the challenge of trying to make a guy change. It's like,
Yeah, that's
how
true.
can I make him
Okay,
change?
all right.
Good luck.
But
Sorry.
but I don't think guys really change. Like you got what you got.
Yeah.
So there's
You
no
gotta
going
s-
back.
Sorry.
You got to curse her.
Bryan Wish. Lyric.
Okay, if you're in a relationship and you have to make someone change, that's not a good relationship. Yes, you want to help the person become a better person, but if you're having to make that big of a change in them, first of all, that's taking out of your energy that you need to be spending doing other stuff, and that's just not your responsibility to make somebody change. I'm not disagreeing,
I love
but
that.
I agree that maybe people like to have that challenge, but I don't think that
And we kind of are answering the question that Jenny posed: is the swearing really the issue here? No.
Yeah,
I think
no.
that's a respect issue. Is that
Yes.
is that what we would agree upon?
I mean, kids swear and people swear, but
But not directly
Not
at the
exactly.
person. Like you
That's
can
what
say
it
like,
is.
"Oh, I'm so effing tired" or whatever, but you can't say
F off.
I'm
That is
sorry.
Wheezy.
What?
I think Brian Wish
Yeah.
has something over in his wish dish.
well now, pew!
Wish Dish Corner.
Nice one.
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, he.
no, I didn't have anything.
Well, Patricia
He's
over
got-
there
he's
was
got-
pointing.
he's
Yeah,
got-
Patricia was like,
All right.
because he's got a dish full of wishes,
He's
and
got
one
a
of
dish
them,
full
and one of them is that she ditched this guy.
yeah.
that's right.
Wish dish ditch.
ditch that witch, ditch
To
that
wi-
witch,
It's a wish dish. It's a wish dish witch ditch.
ditch that witch. All right, so
I
I
can't believe you got that out. That was so good. Hey, Brady.
All right, and that's Journals Out Loud.
And with that, Anonymous,
All
who
right.
has a boyfriend.
Wait,
which
did we finish
Great.
answering?
I think so.
I already don't wanna
I
hear
think
this
we.
one.
I think we. Anonymous, who
Yep,
has a
make him
boyfriend. wrote,
smoke.
I met this guy 2 days ago. He invited me to eat lunch with him, and I accepted as friends. He got my number. We have had conversations that go late into the night. He asked if I ever had a boyfriend, and I lied and said no. The reason for this is I've only told close friends about my relationship. My boyfriend and I have dated for a month now.
Wait.
Does he like me? And if so, how can I stop it without telling him about my boyfriend?
I'm confused.
All right, so she's been chatting up a guy and not telling the guy that she's chatting up that she actually has a boyfriend somewhere else. And she wants to be able to continue to not tell this guy that she's chatting up. You can't build lies upon lies because you can have a foundation of dust and everything will come crumbling down. Glass of ready.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll pass it to Victoria right after. So I think that this situation is like, it's kind of good in a way.
What's good?
Because she's got something to look forward to after doing a
Yes,
very
but
difficult
she-
thing that's going to make her more of a person, which is break up with this dude. That's what I'm saying.
She
This
can
guy.
she can break up with her, even if she breaks up with her boyfriend right now, like in the next 3 minutes. She still needs to undo the lie of telling this new guy.
No, she doesn't just break up with him.
No, she does.
Just break up
Yeah,
with
she
him.
does.
He's gonna find some Instagram picture or something
Oh.
at
mean,
the
I
Wish
don't know.
Dish, a story that she told about.
Whatever happened to lying, huh?
I
what,
know.
Where has
And
lying gone?
cigarettes and
Lyric.
No,
Victoria.
I was gonna call you
Victoria.
Brady.
She said that- See, you guys have to talk 3 times as much to undo the damage that Brady's been doing tonight.
Oh, no,
I know.
I haven't been doing damage.
Victoria.
She says that she only tells her close friends. But if they've been hanging out a lot and texting each other every day, aren't they considered close friends?
Victoria, he directly asked, "Do you have a boyfriend?"
And she said no.
But-
And she said no. That's a lie.
Meaning, as far as they're concerned, he doesn't care.
But did she say no? Or
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she said no.
I
Oh,
lied and
okay.
said no. If so, how can I stop it without telling him about my boyfriend?
Tell him.
Does she not? And I don't even
Like-
know if she likes him or not. Does he like me? You want to know that before you've even fixed your lie? Like, you don't get any information until you clear up your.
Well, obviously, he,
Brady, please tell me that you have something constructive.
Can I
to add,
say-
or I'm going right to
I'm
Bryan. I
saying-
swear to God, I'm going to interrupt
I
you.
will. I am doing the Bryan introductions this night.
All right.
I'm saying that. Okay, so she can come clean with him, but all she has to say is, "I had a boyfriend. I like you a lot."
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the end of
it's
it.
called the truth.
Because the guy is going to be so happy to find that he stole a girl away from a guy. That's a power play for that man.
Bryan
He's never going to
Wish.
forget that.
Please
and
introduce-
we're going over to Bryan Wish
Announce it.
with the Wish Dear. Okay.
Well, what's brewing in my dish is why'd she tell him she didn't have a boyfriend? I mean, she's gotta like the guy, you know. I mean,
Right.
she wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lyric.
But this person is asking, how can I tell him that I have a
No.
boyfriend without saying that I have a boyfriend?
No, here's her question. read the last 2 sentences because it's really kind of
You want
peculiar.
me to read it in-
I can't tell what she wants to have
All right.
happen. Go ahead and read it, Lyric.
Okay.
Starting with
Does he like me? And if so, how
he
can I
likes her.
stop it without telling him about my boyfriend?
So she's actually saying, how can I stop him from liking me?
Wait, of course
Yeah, I
he
know.
likes her though.
I know.
We should.
Of course he likes.
Of course,
'cause we
he's
established
asking.
it last week.
Wait.
Boys don't spend a lot of time on girls. They don't.
Exactly.
they
Exactly.
don't.
It's
They don't.
true.
They don't. They really don't.
Not in high school.
Boys are busy people.
Yep.
They're in sports like Brian.
Some of
You
them.
know, they're
Brady,
The
are you
guys
the
who
one-
aren't in
110%
sports.
out on the field.
chess
You know,
club?
What?
boys.
Were you in
boys
the
are-
chess club, Brady?
I like
Brady?
chess. I like chess.
Boys
a
are
lot.
leaving 110% out on the field. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They don't have time for girls they're not interested in. So
Check out my chess
do you-
podcast.
Do you
over
really
at-
want to stop it? Is my question. Because I feel like
Point
she's
blank.
asking the opposite of what she wants. I think
Yeah.
she wants him to like her. Otherwise, she'd be saying to the guy, "I have a boyfriend." Because problem solved. You can stop liking me. I just
Exactly.
told you I have a boyfriend. Instead, she, like Brian said, cake and eat it too. Victoria.
and a lot of times people will not tell them so that they can have some sort of like danger and
Ah.
stuff because they like the drama.
It's exciting.
Yes.
I'm desired.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Lyric.
I think you need to tell him. I mean, if you really care about your boyfriend who's actually your boyfriend, you need to tell him. And it doesn't matter how much you like this other guy, because if you really liked him that much, you would dump your other boyfriend and go be with him.
See, because like the truth can come out in 2 sentences. It can be like, I know that we've been like really getting to be really good friends. You asked me if I had a boyfriend, and the thing is, I kind of do. It's only a month old, but it feels like you and I are starting to like each other. What do you think? And then let him talk, and if it looks like you guys are getting towards liking each other, then you go and break up with the guy. I mean, it's
If you
all
like
about,
him more, if
it's
you
all
like
about
this other guy
communicating.
more.
Yeah, exactly. If you like him more, it's
If
all
you
about
don't-
communicating. But you can't build anything on lies.
Completely. You're not going to have a relationship if you've had lies.
Brady?
I just want to say, and I understand that it was wrong for her to lie. Like this is real talk.
We understand why she did.
Yeah.
In other words, we're not mad at you.
Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
because she
completely.
had no other option in that moment when the guy's asking her, "Do you have a boyfriend?" and they're like hanging out in this weird semi-romantic thing. What's she gonna say? Yes, I do actually
I would say
have
that.
a boyfriend. Well, but like
But
he's
not
gonna think
everyone
that
is
that
that-
they're not romantic
Exactly.
anymore. And what's she just gonna say? Like, I have a boyfriend, but I like you more right now. So,
But you can
that's
say
weird.
You can say a version of the truth that's like, I'm kind of seeing someone, and then that's not going to make him suddenly not like you.
It's still a lie.
But
If you're saying I'm kind of seeing someone.
Yeah, if he's your boyfriend, then you're not just kind of.
Victoria.
But where is the boyfriend throughout all of this?
I think he's
is
an
he-
online, because I read more about this. He's an online kind of, that's why I say kind of Brady. Cause
Wait,
he is
what? He's an online boyfriend?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Wait,
Aaron, am I right about
so
that?
Oh,
easy.
well, then just.
So easy.
You don't remember?
I mean, you don't
Not-
have to
not
look
as
at
mad.
him and say, "I'm sorry, but this is not going to work."
Do you
out."
remember
You
this
just,
one,
like,
Aaron?
You just
I
text
think
him and
I
be
think
like,
that
"We're done."
I think
sorry."
that whether or not this is an online situation, the rules still apply. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if there's
well-
an understanding, then if he thinks he's your boyfriend, then, you have to defer. You have to have respect for him before you go chatting up. In other words, end one thing before you start a new thing. That's
Yeah.
all. It's just, it's going to
Yeah.
make your life so much happier to not have all these complications. And who did I tell this lie to, Victoria?
Now I'm wondering whether this guy is on the same thing as
Yeah.
her boyfriend.
Are they both online people?
Oh my God, Victoria, you could be right.
Yeah, I was
Because
thinking that
I
too.
mean, they have gone to lunch and all,
Oh,
but
yeah,
like, still, maybe she met
Yeah,
him
yeah,
through
yeah.
that or something.
Maybe Brady.
Can I read the next question?
Yeah,
Are we done with this one?
I,
yeah, I think so.
just because
Yeah,
it's
please
so
be done with this
fanciful.
one.
My dad cheated on me mum about 4 years ago. My parents end up staying together, and it's like we've forgiven, but we'll never forget. So we can't trust him completely. My dad has a few young girls working for him, and he seems to try really hard to impress them with money all
This
the
is
time.
such a bad accent.
He takes them out for dinner
Yeah.
to the most expensive restaurants and lies about it. He also keeps saying to them that they're some of the most beautiful women in the country, which is the UK, great UK, in England. My mum knows all about this. Speaking to him about it doesn't work because all he does is get really mad. What should we do?
I honestly didn't even.
All right, okay, first of all, Nina, you don't have to miss Nico because we have Brady.
Was
and
Nico the kind of...
Nico did all kinds of accents, yes.
Really? I can do a
yes.
really good German.
And can I
I
also
can
say
do an
that
Australian
the
accent.
mum people are sometimes Australian. But that was
Oh,
good.
I can also do
All right, let me
Australian.
do an Australian
All right,
accent.
who wants
Okay.
to tackle the question?
Can you do it?
Who wants to tackle
I
could
can,
read
I can
it,
do
'cause
an
I
It's
could
not
Australian.
accent
No,
time
that's
until the
not
last
Australian
2 minutes
accent.
of the show.
Going to the
Ooh,
beach?
can I say something?
Yes, if it's about the
So-
question.
Yes, it's about the question.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is the dad that this is happening with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He cheated.
I feel
He
like
cheats on me, mum.
I feel like bad saying this, but I feel like you kind of need to not. Is this the mom asking the question, or is this the daughter? Or
My
son?
dad cheated on my
Yeah.
mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
About
Sorry,
4
I couldn't
years
hear
ago.
it through that thick accent.
But I feel
so
like,
No,
I feel like the
can-
kids already know too much about the
no,
parents'
yeah,
relationship.
that's the thing. I feel
Yeah.
like you really need to stay out of this because even though you see this happening, this is between your parents, and that is going to be kind of strange if you cross that boundary and try to fix your parents' relationship.
I don't
You
necessarily think
can't.
that she's trying to, or whoever this is trying to
do
cross those
something about
boundaries.
it.
I think that the parents are crossing the boundaries because it says, what should we do? The kid already thinks that they're part of the situation, which
Yeah,
means the
they're
parents
not.
are involving the kids, which
Exactly.
they shouldn't be.
They should not be.
How
at
do
all.
they go about uninvolving themselves, though? How do the kids say, you
Okay.
know what? Okay, go ahead, Lyric.
Okay, if the parents are talking to you about it, say, "I'm sorry.
I need to-
This
yeah.
is your business and not mine. I don't feel comfortable hearing about this. It makes me feel like, I don't know, like my parents are not my parents.
It makes me feel unsafe.
Yeah.
Because you guys are my rocks.
Exactly. And I don't want to hear about your problem.
Brady, can you introduce the wish dish?
Of course I can.
Right.
We're going over to Bryan Wish.
And the wish dish.
With the wish dish. Okay. That was all disjointed.
Bryan.
I'd classify this as a messy dish.
This
I
love Bryan.
But
It's like a dish that has like tiny pieces of soap from other soaps.
Yeah.
You know? And you need to like try to get them all into one
This
big
is an
soap.
uncooked
it's like the
dish.
spaghetti dish, but the sauce is all over the table.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's the best. Can he be part of the panel?
Yes, he's gonna move here.
But I grew up. My parents were divorced, and we were always being put in the middle of things, and it was awful. I mean, mom hated dad, dad hated mom, and I mean, you don't like hate each other, but they, anyways.
Same thing.
But I'd stay out of it, because I always, tried to keep the relationship separate, based with the mom and dad, and so that's my advice. Just
Very good.
separate it.
Well, I think
Very
that
good,
comes with a level, like an age too, because when you're younger, you might not want to say anything and you just listen. Like now that I'm older, like I tell my parents, like, this is your business. I'm out of it.
Good.
Like,
Respectfully, please. Brady.
Okay. So, to the person who asked the question, okay, your dad's obviously like a stud. I'm serious. And there is one way to prevent him from cheating on anybody else, which is that you have to become even more of a stud than your dad. And whenever you notice that he's talking to somebody a little bit too much, who cares? And whenever you notice that he's talking to somebody a little bit too much, just take him away.
I like how she
Take him away.
knows, she
He'll
or he
learn.
knows that what like kind of dad's game is to tell these people that you're the most beautiful woman.
It's true. She obviously
It's
has
like,
a leg
you know
up.
way too much about your dad's game. Like that's not okay.
So, I mean,
Victoria.
I wonder if she's like walking to these restaurants, like hiding behind the bushes or something. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
Lyric, that is funny. Lyric, and we don't want to laugh at because this is serious. But
Of course it's serious.
absolutely,
It's
not.
awful.
It should not be your concern. Lyric, would you please read the last question from Anonymistic Power?
anonymistic power. I'm straight.
What's that?
Something.
Anonymous dick.
Anonymous cosmic power.
Yeah, what I just said. I just said that, Brady. Do you even hear me?
I didn't hear that. I said it wrong.
No, I said it. I'm just.
Per
I
radio
said it
show,
wrong.
we're really bad at
Anonymous-
pronouncing
I can't
things.
read really long words. I'm sorry.
Cosmic power. I love how people make like anonymous names
Yeah.
with like other things. That's so great.
That's right.
I'm straight and I love my boyfriend, but there's this girl. She recently told me that she's bisexual,
Why
but she
that
also has a
word?
boyfriend. We goof around a lot. We are we are best friends. She
Very good. Very
Nobody's
She
gonna
will
hear
grab
the
me and
question.
wrap her arms around me, and hold me sometimes in a friendly way. It was a bit weird at first, but now I like it. I like that I can be myself around her. Whenever she doesn't come to school, I think about her nonstop. Just because I might have a slight crush on her doesn't mean that I'm bisexual, right?
I think they need a nice time out on the Barbie. Is what-
What I
Australian
like to
joke.
say to questions like this is there is
Kango
no
stop.
need to
Kango
give
dog.
yourself a label or a title. Just as long as you're being respectful to the person who is your significant other at the moment, then you don't have to label yourself at all. But if you're going to get more serious with your crush, then you do need to break up with your boyfriend. It's just like any other dating. Go ahead, Lyric.
Like a wise woman named Wheezy once said,
Yeah.
if you can imagine yourself kissing this person, then that's how you know that you like
Right.
them. So if you can imagine, now it may be that you just really have a connection and you just really feel like almost like a woman crush Wednesday thing, but like you really feel connected. But if you can imagine yourself kissing this person, then like maybe it's
That's
little
actually
And when
really
Sam,
good.
Sam was on the panel, and she told this exact story that she had like this, a girl crush, and then it was like, oh yeah, but would I kiss her? And then she was just like, yeah, no. So
yeah, no.
it was you. No.
memory.
Then some other girl on the panel. Maybe it was Montana. I don't know. Someone else on the panel. It's just like that is a defining point where you're like, oh, I'm bisexual, I'm straight, or whatever. I think kissing is like the most intimate thing. Like it's even more intimate
Yeah.
than sex. It's like your lips are on top of someone else's lips. So if you wanna just hug her and you like want to be like her and you admire her and all that, then you're probably not bisexual. But if the thought of kissing her makes you go, I kissed a girl and I liked it, and quote Katy Perry lyrics, then you might be bisexual. But it doesn't matter.
Can you imagine yourself patting the back of her knee?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're journals out loud.
Any other points that we haven't made?
Final dish.
The kids really want
Just
to
like-
give themselves a label. So how do you resist the temptation to give yourself a label? Because she's wanting to know, what am I? And everyone wants to know what they are. This better be helpful.
I want to do the last.
Wait, can I just say one
the
thing?
Final
Yes.
wish. Okay,
shout
go
out.
Lyric.
I think you could either just be straight and just kind of like this person just as a friend, or you could be bi-curious.
Lyric, just
is
be straight.
Just be straight. Lyric for president.
There you go.
No, but no, I think you could also be bi-curious, which just means you kind of are like curious about like liking another person of the same sex, but it wouldn't mean that you would want to have a long-term relationship.
Right.
But I think that you will find, I know it's hard to not put a label on yourself, but you will find, hopefully you won't ever find a label because you just want to be uniquely you, but you may, as you get older, you will see who you are and just don't judge yourself.
Perfectly said.
All right.
Brian, did you have something?
Wait.
Wait, no, he has to introduce him.
I gotta
Okay,
do
Brady
the
has to
introduction.
throw to Brian. Sure.
All right. So what are you cooking in your Wish kitchen for the Wish dish?
My final thoughts are this is a dish that needs to be cooked up a little more in society.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. This is
what?
a dish that needs to be cooked up a little bit more in society.
Yeah, we got to hear more about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I shout out.
That's
All
right.
right.
That's true.
And we're wrapping it up for today.
All
Thank
right.
you, Brian Wish
gonna
from thewishdish.com.
Thank you.
Can we have the closing music,
What do you wanna
please?
sing? I don't want a lot for Hanukkah.
What?
There's
I was
just one
one
Thanksgiving
menorah
thing
need.
I
Okay.
need.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh,
Thank
bye.
you so much.
I have shout out.
Oh my God, this is my chance.
Oh, there's the real beef.